Hey, Rick Mouery here with Mouery's Flooring, and today's video is about solid versus engineered hardwood and the perceived value of one or the other. So typically people think that solid hardwood is a better product because you have 3/4 inch of a solid surface. An engineered product is engineered with basically plywood subcore and then a veneer on top. So the perceived value is that the thicker solid product is a better product, but that's not necessarily true. Years ago, the way you'd always do a hardwood floor in a house is you'd put the raw floor down, you'd put a stain down, and in the house we'd actually put a finish, and most of the time you can only get about 3 coats of finish on a floor before it becomes too thick and it makes the floor look hazy. And you can't put any kind of hardeners like aluminum oxide or titanium oxide when we're doing it on the job site. And we still do that type of finish. It creates like a smoother finish. You can do a higher gloss finish, and you can actually customize your stain. Well, the way most hardwood floors are finished today is called a pre-finished, which is finished in a factory. The advantages of that is they still do the staining in the factory, but the finish itself, they're able to put up to a lot of times 10 coats of finish on. They can put a hardener in it like aluminum oxide or titanium oxide, and then the biggest advantage is they can bake it on. Sometimes it's like a UV cured process where they'll actually bake on that finish and making it more like an enamel, so it's harder to scratch. It's lasts longer. You don't have to necessarily ever refinish a floor that's a pre-finished floor. So whenever you install a solid floor, let's just talk about a solid floor versus engineered floor that has been pre-finished in a factory. Whenever we install a solid floor, we actually put the nail through the tongue. So that sanding surface is only about 4 to 5 millimeters thick. So most people think, hey, I can sand all the way through this 3/4 inch product. You only have about a 3 or 4 millimeter sanding surface there, or 4 to 5 millimeter sanding surface there. So this product here is actually a 4 millimeter engineered hardwood. So you have pretty much the same amount of sanding surface as you do on a solid product. This one here is a 3 millimeter, and you can actually sand and refinish this product too. The product on an engineered product, your veneer has to be at least 2.5 millimeters thick in order to get a true like sand down, change the stain, and put a new finish on it. So perceived value is that solid wood is always better because more sanding surface. Not necessarily true. And a lot of the value you get in an engineered product is you're able to get a wider plank, a longer plank, a more dimensionally stable. Solid floors are still really great as long as you don't mind the narrow board, kind of the shorter, just real traditional type looks. And you can get, rustic, and we stock a product that has extremely deep, chatter marks and saw marks and grooves in the solid, just because they're able to go really deep on the scraping and stuff because it's a solid product. So there's advantages and disadvantages of both, but we just wanted to show you that you can sand an engineered product down as many times as a solid product depending on the thickness of your veneer.